Hi there YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So this is not my usual setup, nor is it in the usual style or angle or anything that I film, but this is not my house. Points if you can guess whose house it is. I'm basically cat sitting Brittany, Juliet and Eileen away. And they originally were going to be away for 2 weeks, but like they're going to be a little bit longer. And I hit 1,000 subscribers recently, and I feel like I owe it to you at this point to really get my shit together and start making videos. And I wanted to do a thing where when I was at 500 subs to like make a video of you and like post kind of just an appreciation for you guys. And I didn't get that many responses, and that's okay. So what I think I will do is I will either post them all on the end of this video, or I think what might be a better idea is to start putting videos of you after each video. And my way of that is, you know, some people read out their patrons and thank them, and that's basically my equivalent of that. I don't have patrons, so my way to kind of thank you is to show appreciation and show the people who make this channel what it is. I feel like obviously Julia's house is really like feminine and girly, and I feel like this is appropriate for the kind of things that I'm going to talk about today. We are going to kind of talk about self-love and just empowerment, I suppose. I don't know why I sound so like unconfident when I'm saying that, but I'm just trying to be conscious of like the neighbours. So this all started, or at least my thought process for this particular video was, I have been filming a vlog of my time here because Julia said that her subscribers will find that really interesting, so I was like, yeah, cool. And so I bought some shoes and I started talking about it and started talking about this particular thing, and then I thought, this is so much more than like a couple of seconds in a vlog, and I will make a whole video for this. I will try not to make this the world's longest video, which I tend to do, so fingers crossed. Let's start with the shoes. I really can't afford these shoes, but I bought them anyway. I got them from Camden in Cyberdog, but you can get them online, and that's totally probably cheaper anyway. I've already like unboxed the shoe for you so you can kind of see what it looks like. You know, it comes in packaging. But I bought these really like super high platforms. Usually they're the kind of shoe that you associate with like either like exotic dancers, so like pole dancer, stripper, or just any type of dancer in that kind of field. Or people will think of this as kind of like fetish shoes, like dominatrix, or in any way kind of gothic. I just think they're beautiful, and these are quite a, in my mind, like a powerful, assertive shoe, and I find it really interesting how a piece of clothing can give you that kind of, that confidence really. And I am a fat lady, okay? I'm plus size. I mean, it's hard because each shop I'm something different, and if I'm buying t-shirts or trousers or shorts, like it makes no sense when it's like jeans or shorts. Yet if I buy a certain material or anything, it's like the sizes are inconsistent, and it's stressful as it is, but especially when you're a larger woman and you're very self-conscious of the body you have. And Some days you feel like you might pick out like 8 items because you know for a fact that the size is going to be ridiculous. So you pick out a few in different sizes. Some of them are really big, something that you wouldn't usually think you're going to fit, but you never know. And then you try on one thing, and sometimes it's like the bigger item, and it either doesn't fit at all and you feel really shitty about yourself, or it will fit one particular part of your body and then it's massive everywhere else, and you're like, well, why are there still not clothes for me? And it like, whenever you go shopping, it's always hard to find clothes when you're a big woman. It's hard to find clothes in general, especially when you're a larger lady. You always see the model, and especially the plus size model, who, yeah, she's like larger than these skinny girls. She's proportionate, whereas there are ladies who have larger legs and women who are plus size but have really small boobs, and these clothes don't always cater for that, and it's stressful. It's kind of degrading, you know. You're trying these clothes and you see these models, and I know there's more of like representation now, but it's still a really shitty thing. Basically, it makes me feel shit. And I suppose to some people they might look at my body and say, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you, but I struggle with that, and I feel like I'm consistently putting on weight, and now I'm a average UK size 16 with E-cup boobs. Hi, how are you? I can just promise you this video is not just about me complaining, okay? I want to talk to you about ways, as a larger lady, as a plus size lady, as just a person who doesn't represent what the models are, as a person whose body isn't what you see on the websites or in the magazines, what we can do to feel more empowered. And believe it or not, it starts with a shoe. It's crazy to think how a certain item of clothing can do that to you. I mean, there's drag, and you have this kind of fierce persona, and you kind of have this like energy and power, and you go in a place and everyone loves it, and I think part of it is you have that safe space, and the world isn't always a safe place where you can try and embrace something different, and that's hard, and again, that's kind of what we're talking about today. So Dieter von Teese said in an interview once, and I can't quite recall the interview. If I can, I'll put a link in, but I'm pretty sure it went along the lines of, she was saying that she always wears lingerie, and it's not a case of like other people, you know, you might be in a situation where, you know, say, hey, you're like gonna hook up with someone, or you're gonna sleep with your partner, and then, you know, you're prepared because you have your like sexy lingerie on. And she said it was more of a case of like a little secret for her. No one knew that she had this lingerie, and no one was supposed to know she had this lingerie, but it was like, when you wear lingerie, you feel sexy and empowered, and like just matching underwear, or if you just wear like bottoms, like maybe a really cute like boxers, or maybe you don't want to wear underwear, like however you feel that kind of sexy empowerment, maybe just a bit of body glitter, like, you know, whatever your thing is, and if you start by wearing that under your regular clothes every so often when you're feeling a little bit down, in the same way you sit down and you put your face on and you put your makeup and you do your hair and you just feel prettier and more confident, and like, I can bring the world today, like this is gonna happen by putting on that lingerie and going out wearing some matching undies, even if they're not like super expensive Victoria's Secret, even if they're like Primark's finest, you know, you kind of have that like sexy secret, and you feel sexy without having to be in that vulnerable space in the world where everyone's judging you because your body isn't thin, or your body has stretch marks, or you're hairy, or anything that you are particularly self-conscious of, and it isn't the standard. Like, you're still sexy, and you know, I just think it's so genius. And there are times where I've done it and I don't do it a lot, and I feel like it worked. It really did. And so I want us to try that. I want everyone to do something that makes them feel sexy, you know, like embrace it. And talking of sexy and, you know, wearing some underwear that's nice, when you're a larger lady or a plus size lady or a person who has larger boobs, it's very difficult, or just a larger body, to find bras that fit you and that are affordable too. And I would 100% recommend that you go and get a proper bra fitting, because I mean, I can speak for myself. You just wear a bra and you don't have that many, and they might not be like the best fitting, but like it's hard to find a bra. And so when you go and get a bra fitting and you get a proper bra, at least one that feels perfect and you know your actual size, like it makes shopping a lot easier. And so at least in the UK, I don't know what shops there are everywhere else, but I'm showing bras now, so if you're weird about that, that's maybe not for you. But this is one of my bras from Boo Avenue, and it's a UK 36E. Now this is like a balconette one. It's got a bit of bubbles, it's a little bit old, but like this is a really nice bra. It's quite big, and the straps are big, and it's like, you know, it's good. But this is not just a bra review, by the way. It's just generally like, I don't know what this is. I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to talk about this and issues we face. And so I got 2 bras, and I think they were like, they had an offer, but they're usually like 30 quid. Oh, which is crazy. Like £30 for a bra, because I know like if you have a smaller size you can go to places like Primark, and we'll talk about Primark, but you know, if you can go to a place like Boo Avenue when they have a sale, I got 2 for the price of one. It was like buy one get one free, and the other one I got was in like because this is like slight padded, and the other one I got was like just cloth. And I have a bra that's like that, but it's like flowers, but it's just, you know, kind of people associated with granny bra. My fake tan is kind of on this bra, so I'm sorry. But essentially I got a nice kind of hard duty bra, and I got one in black, like completely black, because like I think it's very important to have black underwear because you can mix and match it, and it's easier to get like sets for lingerie. And then I had one basically black like this, you know, with the kind of lace and just material. Means when it's cold you get a little bit nippy, but you know, that's sexy, it's good. And if you can't spend £30 on your bras, right, which is a lot when you need to stock up on, like, especially when you find out you've been wearing the wrong size and you need to stock up on a couple, because you can't be wearing the same bra all the time. It's, you know, it's stressful. And don't shame me because I don't wash my bras often enough, because I don't have bras I can't wear a new one every day, right? Like, I can't afford that. So this one here, although it's like the same style, I actually got it from Tesco, and this one, I think it was £10, and it's like slightly wider free kind of clips, which is like comfier, though it's not as like thick, but it's still thick, and it's like a slight pink colour. And this one, I don't know if like, I feel like all bra companies should do this, but this particular bra from Tesco, it's the F&F one, again in photo 60, the money goes to copperfield.org, and it's basically like a breast cancer charity, and they kind of they're giving information and awareness to like checking your boobs for lumps and making sure you can like catch anything weird before you get basically breast cancer. So anyone's interested in that, I'll put the link below and like check it out. We should all be checking for lumps. Men can get breast cancer too. Everyone should check for lumps. But yeah, I think this was £10, so it's like even better than half the price. Unfortunately, with Tesco bras, you have to go to a big Tesco that actually does the clothes, and they only have a limited style, whereas if you go to somewhere like Boo Avenue, where I got this purple one, there's a lot more, but it's more expensive. This is like my kind of pricey range, and like especially if you want to get a matching set, like again you spend like £50 and you come out with a sexy set and you feel great. Maybe you feel a little bit bad about how much money you spent, but like you feel empowered and sexy, and that is beautiful. So I feel like that you can definitely get a set in places like Boo Avenue. With Tesco, there's like 3 maybe patterns to choose from, or you get beige, and I feel like beige, in my opinion, it doesn't make me feel sexy, and I would like there to be more options, but unfortunately there isn't, and it's like harder to get a set. But it's great when you find out which sizes, and you can get some like everyday bras. You know, the same way when you have your period, you wear your period pants. And finally, Primark. It's really hard to find nice bras in Primark because they have a D to F range, which is usually like 3 styles of bra, and again they're like beige and they're really like not flattering, and like ladies with big boobs want pretty patterns too, and they want to wear sexy underwear, and it's like, why can't we have it? Like, it's why can't it be more than just 3, you know? That again is the shame and makes you feel bad. So what I got here is a bralette, and I've got 3 of these now, and they're comfy. I like to just wear them as a top sometimes, which again is like kind of sexy and nice, and I find that this kind of rolls up, and it makes me a bit self-conscious because I get this like fat roll here. See that? She's there. And so it will roll up, and this one, it's harder to find your size because it's not even in a cup size. So this is just large, 14 to 16, and I hate when it's like 14 to 16 because it's like they'll have 14 to 16 and then 18 to 20, but like what if you're a 16 to 18, you know, and you either get something that's too small or something too big, and it's really annoying, and I hate that. I hate it so much. But like a bralette is a very kind of comfier, cheap way. Like if you want to go Primark, I think this costs like a £5. It comes with pants, so it might be a little bit more, but like let's just hypothetically say this is a £5, so it's even cheaper than Tesco, but it's like comfort bra. Again, it's not a bra that I would fill my wardrobe with, but like it's good to have a couple of these, a couple of your mid-range, and 1 or 2, if you can afford it, of a nice supportive bra. And like I recommend sticking to like black, unless you like mixing your colours, by all means just ignore me, but like I feel like red, you get so many shades of red, and like black, it's easier to like pair it, and you can get like a sexy Ann Summers brow or Blue Avenue or the Sensor, one of these brows, and then pair it with like some cheap knickers that you've got from anywhere else, and then you can buy stockings at a later point, and if you get them all in the same colour, it's like something you can like build up, and it makes it easier to have like a set. And like for me, like finally, I think if you have some sexy shoes and your sexy makeup, your sexy underwear, like you can have a good day. This isn't the cure for like self-esteem issues, but I would like to tell you that all bodies are beautiful and you need to embrace your sexiness, and we need that body positivity movement to move forward and have that representation of unproportionate bodies and hairy bodies and all sorts of bodies where society, it's not the conventional pretty, but you know what, it is. And so I think I have my massive arms and like a fucking prego tummy, because I actually had someone recently touch my stomach and was like, you know, congratulations. That's the story. But I want to do a sexy shoot. Now I don't know if I'm going to do a casual one at home and kind of set my camera on timer, or if I can reach out, maybe someone out there can like reach out and be like, hey, I have a space, let's come and do this, and we'll do like a photo shoot. And I'm very insecure, but I think it's very important to like get dolled up, wear something nice, and take some photos of you looking fucking bomb ass sexy as hell, right? And you don't have to post it online, but I think it's very important to like at home, you know, put your camera on timer, get dressed up all sexy, take a photo, and you can look at that and when you're feeling low and go, hell yeah, I'm sexy as fuck, and start embracing and loving your body as someone who it feels insecure. I hate that there is still like prejudice about people's bodies, and like there are brave individuals who are like putting things forward, and like I will put people in my description who I think are like bomb ass people who really are making a movement in the kind of the beauty world, or not literally just like makeup, I mean like people who are pushing those boundaries and letting their beautiful body be out there and representing. I think there's Batty Winkle, who is an older lady, and she wears like sexy ass shit, and she wears stuff that people would be like, oh no, you know, this is for young people. She wears what she wants, and I love that. There's people like Tess Daly, who's a plus size woman, and she's not like you know, like your ASOS size 12 plus size woman. You know, she's a beautiful woman, but she's not the accurate representation like it should be. Whenever you're looking online and you want a clothing size, you should be able to click the clothing size and it should show you a model of that particular size. I don't want to see a size 12 when I'm a size 22 and that's your plus size. I don't know what that looks like with a lady who has a tummy or who has, you know, wings, and you know, I think more needs to change. There's a lady I follow on Instagram, I really can't remember her name, but she has like really bushy eyebrows, and I think, you know, she just lets them be, and maybe she puts like a bit of makeup to kind of enhance them, but she's basically got a unibrow, and I think it's so amazing that she is like trying to break that boundary, and like, you know, people be like, oh, you know, women who don't shave their armpits because it's not, you know, conventionally beautiful. Like, you are a beautiful and sexy person, like, do it. And I walked Pride. I somehow snuck in the march and I walked for Pride in the parade, basically with some pasties on and like a mesh shirt which was almost see-through, like you could very much see my boobs. And I went on the train and I went to central London and I was essentially like topless, and I saw there were other people like me, and it's not even like I'm a skinny girl. I felt so accepted and proud and like beautiful, and it didn't matter, and everybody is normal, everybody is beautiful, and if it starts with a shoe, I hope you can do the same. And with that, let's get our serious discussion done, and I hope you guys have a sexy day.
Hi, my name is Holly. I'm 25, from London. I'm actually Phoebe's sister and the creator of her nephew. And yeah, I like her videos and I like to make sure I'm supporting my sister. Okay, bye!